I am the Juicer. Juicer here. Juicer's Corner, Week 8 in the NFL. Here we go. We're going to start it off right away. We've got Tennessee at Pitt. The game's already happened. Pitt's already won. The Juicer was taking the Pitt. You're going to trust him. That's it. Kenny Pickens, you guys still can't get it done, but, your record is okay. But when you come up against a team that can play offense, Levis was out there. He played well for the team, for Tennessee. They're going to be a good team going down the road. I think you stick with this rookie kid. I don't think Tennessee needs to go back to Ryan Tannehill. I think this is the kid of the future, and you're going to win some games down the road. All right. We're going to go to the 8:30 game. We're going to go to KC KC in Frankfurt with Miami. KC minus 2.5, 50.5, folks. Last week, Patrick Mahomes had the huge flu, the biggest flu in the world is what we're hearing. Taylor Swift wasn't at the game. That's why they lost. All that. Give me the shit. Okay, you're in high altitude, okay? Everybody has problems up there in Denver unless you get there early and stuff. You're sick as a dog. You need fluids. You're at a high altitude. I totally get it. Dehydrated. All that bullshit. You played terrible. The team still had a chance to win against a terrible Denver team. But these teams that are bad, you're seeing the 2 or 3 and 7, all these teams, they're coming on. They're getting better as it goes on. That's why these games, if you look at these games, they're like one-score games. Like 75 to 85% of the games now, if you look back the last couple of weeks, are really close. So taking the points sometimes are good, but we're taking Miami in an upset. I believe that Miami has to prove to everybody out there in the NFL that talks about them that they have to win against a winning team. I think this is where they go in. They've been there first. Every team that's gone overseas, if you look it up, if they get there first and they're well rested and they do their practices, I believe they got something going for KC that they're going to take them down. KC will lose 2 in a row, but that's okay because they'll probably win the rest of the year. So we're taking Miami on the road, they're on the road, but it's supposed to be a KC home game, but it's in Frankfurt, neutral site. We're going to take Miami in the 2.5. All right, we're going to go to the Chicago Bears and the Saints minus 7, 41.5. Are you kidding me? The Bears? Okay, I told you what was going to happen last week. Look at the tape last week. I told you the kid was going to play okay, but he's going to throw an INT or two, which he did. I told the Bears were going to get shellacked, which they did. Everybody was hype on him. But Fields, he got upgraded to doubtful, or he was out. Now he's actually on there. He's practiced a little bit. Don't know if he's playing. I really don't. But you're going on the road again, even if the kid plays. You're on the road again, and we have another, our fucking defensive coordinator. Oh, he left the team for family reasons. No, he left the team because he's being accused of fucking child molestation. And now we have to fire another guy, the special teams coach or whoever the fuck he is, because he's doing the same goddamn shit. What the hell is going on in Hallis Hall? McCaskey, you need to get on this shit. Okay? You got a bunch of fucking perverts over there, and that's disgracing the Chicago Bears that I love. That's what I got to say about that. Okay, Bears, you're going down. The Saints defense is way too good. Plus, their offense is starting to click. Carr's throwing the ball well. Kamara's running the ball, catching the ball. Michael Thomas is back. He's been 4 or 5 games. Every game he gets more catches, more yards. This team is probably going to go ahead and beat the Bears pretty good at home. All right, moving on. We got Rams at Green Bay. Green Bay's minus 3, 39.5. Rams got quarterback problems. They got beat last year. It was Denver that beat them last, or it was Dallas that beat them last week. But Matthew Stafford went down. They got some rookie kid coming in. I just can't trust them. They haven't been playing well. I'm going to take Green Bay because they've lost 3, 4 games in a row now, or whatever it is. And they're minus 3. They're coming home. They need a big win. Just for that reason alone. So I'm going to take Green Bay. All right, Washington at New England. This line stinks. Everybody's like, why is Washington getting 3 points? They took the Philadelphia Eagles down to the wire last week. Eagles came out victory, of course, because the Juicer called it. All right. And we're looking at a New England minus 3. They didn't win last week. They didn't do too well. But I think coming home, Belichick's going to have something ready. Washington scored all those points. Once you score all those points, the next week the team usually doesn't score that great. So we're taking New England at home. All right, Tampa Bay at Houston. Houston minus 3. Tampa Bay played last Thursday came close against Buffalo, but they didn't do it. We're going to take Tampa Bay. I think they're well rested. I think they're going to have a good script for the first 10 or 15 plays. They'll probably score real early, so make sure if you want to get on the first score on that, guys, on the betting. I think Tampa Bay might score right away. And Houston, they lost. They gave Carolina their first win, so congratulations for doing that. I just think that they're a decent team. They got great defense. It's going to be a close game. And so does Tampa Bay, but I think Tampa Bay gets a win here. So Tampa Bay on the road with a win. All right, Arizona, Cleveland. There's no reason to say anything about Arizona. Kyle Murray, they're expected to come back, but he's not coming back this week. He's trying to get back on the field, which is not happening. You trade a rated quarterback because your season's over with. That's what you're saying. Cleveland, I know Deshaun Watson was going to start. Then they said he wasn't going to start. Then he is starting, and now he's not starting again. So I don't know what's going on in Cleveland. But no matter what, they're at home. We're going to take Cleveland with their defense in a running game to win against Arizona. All right, Seahawks at Baltimore. Baltimore minus 5.5, 43.5. Baltimore has been playing well every week. They're getting it done. Seattle, everybody's hype on the Seattle team, but I think Baltimore gets it done this week at home to show everybody that Seattle's not going to be there. All right, moving on, we got Minnesota at Atlanta. Minnesota, they get Dobbs over from Minnesota or from Arizona, and then he's got you've been traded, so now you got to move your entire life. He didn't bring his life, probably just brought a fucking suitcase for now until he gets a day off where he can go back and grab his shit in fucking Arizona. So he has to fly over to Minnesota. He's got to learn their playbook. He's going in. Minnesota's defense is not that good anyways. I know they've been playing better, but they're not that good. And Atlanta's not that good either. So we're just going to take Atlanta at home because they're at home. And Minnesota's on the road with a new quarterback. All right, Indy -3 at Carolina. Indy's -3. Carolina at home, 44.5. I don't know why it's so high because they got a good defense, but you know what? Jonathan Taylor's playing well. Mashew's doing okay on the passing game. They get it done on the road, Indiana. All right, New York Football Giants at Las Vegas. Las Vegas is -3. How is Vegas -3? I'm trying to figure this out. You benched Jimmy G. You benched him. He's not playing. You bring in another guy. You fire your head coach. You make another guy your intern coach. You got too many variables going on in this Oakland team to get a win. And you're a -3. That makes no fucking sense. I don't care what Vegas is trying to do here, folks. We are taking the football Giants. They've been ripped off the last couple of weeks with a win. They're going to get it done this week. All right, Dallas at Philly. This is a big game. I think everybody wants to know the Juice's thoughts on it. Philly's -3. Dallas, 46.5. Oh, Dallas played well, and I think a lot of people are going to jump on Dallas, but they beat a bad Rams team. Okay, Matthew Stafford got hurt, so Dallas' defense, they threw the ball to CeeDee Lamb. They figured that out, but you got a Philly team. And this is a big, as the Juicer calls it, a home game for Philly, plus a division game, because they'll drop to 2 losses, and that would bring them down to Dallas. They'd be 1 game up still because they played 1 extra game. Dallas was on a bye week, but they would be actually tied somewhat. And I just don't think Dallas can get it done in the big spot against a good team like this, so we're going to take Philly at home. All right, so we got the Sunday night game, which is a really big game, too. Buffalo at Cincinnati. Cincinnati at -3. This Buffalo team is up and down, here and there. You've been winning games. I get it. Your defense is playing well. Josh Allen, some days you don't have mistakes, some days you do. You guys are a Jekyll and Hyde team. You had the recipe in the last couple of years, especially the last year. And you couldn't get it done. And you fall off this year. But Cincinnati, here comes my boy Joy. Told you, see how he's running around last week? That calf is better. -3 with Chase. That defense is playing well. And they're at home. I'm taking Cincinnati. I'm sorry, Buffalo. I love you. But you just can't get it done. You're going to lose. All right, moving on to the Monday night game. We got Chargers at New York Jets. Jetss. Jets. -3. All these games close. -3, -2.5, whatever it is. We're taking the LA Chargers. I know they played the Bears. They played well, but I told you they were going to do that. I told you they're a good team. I believe the Jets, the only reason they got a win last week is because they got some freak bullshit that went down, kicked a field goal. The guy missed the field goal at the end. Then you go to overtime. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Jets, You got no offense. You got a decent record. I know you're at home, but I think the Chargers come in with Eckler and that passing game, even though you got a good defense, and they're going to keep it somewhat close, and they're going to win. All right, Juicer here. Juicer out. I love you, boys. Good hunting and make lots of money.